C with Create the Heart, and I'm back with the second of 3 videos in this little mini series on what to do with scrap. And I mean like what's left over when you make a project or you make extra. You have die cuts and stamped and colored images, or maybe just images that are just stamped. You have pieces of, you cut a die cut and you have the inside piece left. What do you do with all these pieces? And so I'm doing stuff with them. So just to give you an idea, like it's going to be 3 videos. It could be 4, but I think 3. Because some of these don't belong in here. It's like these do. These don't. This is from a recent project that I was working on. I just shoved it in here, so I'm going to get lost. This is going to be, this is the Grading Farms Fairy Tale. I'm going to be doing something with that. But this is kind of what's left. So I still have these little bees to work with. I have a ton of sentiments, which I'm just not going to get to. Actually, this isn't all of what I have. This is actually going to go in another project I'm thinking of. And so this isn't everything, but just gives you an idea of what I mean by extra stuff. So these are things that I cut and I colored and I just didn't use. These are extra sentiments, so just to give you an idea. So let's get into what the projects are going to be for today. So I don't know if anyone remembers, but maybe 6 months ago, I don't know how long it was, I had received bought the Grading Farms Anya reboot. And in that reboot, I had stamped and colored, and I think I even did a coloring video on camera, those images, and they just sat up on my desk. I swear to you, sometimes you would see them peeking out in my various videos. They fall down because I had them up here and I just did not make any cards with them. But that has changed because, let me get this out of the way, I have made cards with all of them. So I'm going to start with this one because this one kind of comes with a little bit of a bonus. And do I have all of them here? I think I'm missing one. Let me grab the other one that I'm missing here. I did one more card with this one. Let's see here what's in here. All right, it was there. So this was the Anya that was from that Anya reboot. And so for this card, so just a reminder, these are the ones that I did in my previous video that you can look at, but I used a quad stencil from Tailored Expressions. I cannot remember the name of it, but it's like an 80s feel. So I made 2 cards because I didn't want to have anything left because it makes 4 panels. So these are the cards that I made. I also used a foil it. So basically it's it created a background for me already with the foil. I hot foiled it, and then I used the stencil to create the stenciled images. Best mix ever. This is actually from just some leftover pieces that I have from a Stamp Joy. And then Have a Really Great Day. That is from My Favorite Things. So the other card that I made that was kind of a bonus is this one as well. So this one says You Rock. And so I had this great panel. It just felt so 80s to me that I went and I found my 80s Anya, and I did stamp her and color her and cut her out for this card. But the Anya reboot that's been sitting forever and a day is this one right here. I already had her colored, so when I stenciled, I made sure to stencil sort of in colors that kind of complemented this Anya. Ooh. And I think it's so cute. It says, "You're awesome." And so that was that. This is, I can't tell you how much I love this one. So this was the little cowgirl Anya, and I used my Bless Your Heart from Not Too Shabby shop. She had a country theme month, And I think I didn't keep everything that came in that box, but I did keep the stamp set because I really liked the sentiments in it. So I kept the sentiments. But what I did with this one is I used the Simon Hurley desert stencil. It's a desert stencil. And so I used some of his lunar paste for that stencil. And then I used my brand new Lawn Fawn Cactus border die. I have two of them. I have a heel one and I have a straight one. This straight one I actually got from the Not Too Shabby shop. And then I just put my little cowgirl on there, and she just looks so cute. And I'm very happy with her. And then for my teacher Anya, so these all came on that Anya reboot. I have this die from My Favorite Things. It's supposed to be like a movie screen, but I used it for a chalkboard. So very simple. Paper's Doodlebug. This one right here uses a lot of stuff from my little scrap bin. This little piece right here was a leftover piece from another project. This rainbow, like I said, I can make a zillion rainbows. That is from the Spellbinders Weekender leftover pieces. And all I did was do a little bit of inking on this piece, and I put my little Flutter Fairy there. So this one right here, I actually used this rainbow and this cloud were all in my scrap bin. When It Rains, Smile the Sentiment, I believe it all came from this stamp set that you see with this background. So this background is Concord and Ninth's, what do they call it? The one where you stamp it and the turnabouts. So I already had this cute little girl stamped. She had like what looks like a yellow raincoat to me, which is why I did the umbrellas. And I think we can't really get a cool rainbow there. And there you go. This one I did the kites. This is a kite turnabout from Concord and Ninth. And then I had this red circle piece. So I did use that for my sentiments, which also came from that kite stamp set. And then the kite, I mean, I used papers that were left over from other projects. So that was all my scrapping. There she is. And then I love this one. I think it came out so cute. So this one right here actually used a little piece of scrap paper that was left over. I've got my cute little girl. She was already colored, so I had to match the colors. And this right here came from a die that I got from La La Land Crafts. So I subscribe to their Club of the Month, and this was a like very, I don't even know what to say. It was very Conan the Barbarian kind of stamp set is what it reminded me of. I don't know. But it had all of these little pieces in there in the die, and I used it for this, and it just worked so well. And then I used a cloud stencil for my clouds. And this is a 5x5 card, but I love how it came out because I already had her already colored and all ready to go, and I don't know. Last one is the nurse. So I actually used a Mama Elephant stamp set that I have in my stash. I actually got this from, so this was something I stamped separately as well as this. However, the paper that you see here, that paper was in my scrap bin, and it only had this little strip, so I used it as my wallpaper. But this I had gotten from Crop and Create, and I use this stamp set all the time for my Get Well cards, like I want to do cute ones. And I saw this cute little nurse, and then this we actually got from the Crop and Create as well, this die, Feel Better Soon. And I just stamped it a couple of times and then glued them all together to give it a little bit of depth. So these are all the things that I made. This was all the Anyas that I had colored like forever ago. 6 months ago, 9 months ago, a year ago. It was a long time ago. And I have no idea how long, to be honest with you. But anyways, I was finally able to make cards with them. I love them. I have some little bonus cards I made. And so far, these are all the cards that I have made using stuff in my scrap bin.